Michael, what are your thoughts?
Well, obviously, there were not enough inputs among the casual retail investor that recognizes this name, knows it's ubiquitous. It's an app with a tremendous potential market, and that's the buyers today at more than double the IPO price, which itself was much higher than the initial range. $100 billion for a company that did less than $5 billion in revenue in its peak year, 2019. Nobody cares about that. One sign of how much this was just people at home getting excited for the stock of the day is that this morning there was massive options volume in this ABB, which is the big European construction engineering company. People thought it was Airbnb. It's not. It's been listed for a long time. So that tells you who's setting the marginal price at the open here.
Leslie, is this one of the latest openings ever that we've seen for a company of this size for an IPO like this?
As far as I can recall, I don't remember anything getting this close to 2 p.m. for an opening, but I think it speaks to just what Mike was saying, the fact that they had to pair these trades. They had to find a buyer for every seller, but really they just had to find some sellers out there. From what I'm hearing, there was a tremendous amount of buying interest. You can see that on all the different retail websites where this is just one of the top traded companies today. We saw something similar with DoorDash yesterday. There's tremendous retail interest in these names. They've become a bigger part of the market lately, which makes them a bigger part of the IPO market, which makes it really, really difficult to price these things. We've seen this time and again in 2020 where that marginal buyer is the retail investor, and it's difficult for people who are pricing these deals to really understand what the retail investor is trying to pay, is wanting to pay. Not to mention, Airbnb, there's been talk about this company going public, I think going back like 6 years. We started to hear chatter about, well, is Airbnb going to go public next year or this year, or next month, or whatever it is? It's finally here. People have been waiting a long time for this company to be able to trade this company.
For sure. And Deirdre, again, we were just speaking with Jared Shoji, and he's an analyst at Wolfe Research. His price target, he had an overweight. He initiated coverage last night. Put $135 year-end 2021 price target on it. Again, Airbnb's trading at $152 right now.
Yeah, I keep thinking, $100 billion plus market cap for a company that doesn't have any assets. I know we ran through this earlier, that it's now valued much, much higher than the big hotel chains. But there's a key part of that S1 that I keep going back to, and that's that 90% of Airbnb's traffic comes organically, and that puts it sort of at a level beyond the Expedia booking holdings that we see that rely and pay so much money to Google to get their bookings. It's kind of amazing to me to hear Glenn Fogel this morning on Squawk on the Street say that his own daughter books Airbnb. So this is really sort of an indication of this brand strength. And as Mike alluded to, the excitement from investors around this name. And to Leslie's point, too, yes, at least 6 years, this company has been talked about going public. It's amazing to me how the timing has worked out. And we thought that it was an $18 billion company just a few months ago.
Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.